Okay, so Mark from 122 Music Management, as it says on the screen there. Um,
Yeah.
so tell us a little bit about what you've been up to lately, what bands you are looking to push forward a little bit and that you're working with, and how's it all going?
Well, first off, evening, Tim, and thanks very much for inviting us on board. So, just yesterday, in fact, Still Traffico released their latest single called Stick Figure, which is a bit of a departure for them. It's got that kind of orange juice vibe. Uh, I, for me, it sort of like reminds me of sitting on a deck chair on a beach, sort of like having an orange juice and just loving where you are at that moment in time. It's
Yeah.
got that kind of vibe. So promoting that, been sort of sending that out to various stations to try and get some airplay, and then obviously working towards playlisting over the next week or two as well. And then, sort of like in the background, we do our virtual music festival called 24 1900. And we've been bringing in artists for that festival. We've got, I think, 16 confirmed now. So we have to get 24 because it's over a 24
Yeah,
hour
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
period.
yeah. And
So
I've seen
yeah,
people
those
dropping
two
in and
things
dropping
right now.
out and all sorts
Sorry,
of
sorry,
things.
I didn't catch that, Tim.
I've seen people dropping out and having to people dropping back in.
Yeah, we've had it. Unfortunately, yeah, we've had a couple of people drop out, but these things are going to happen. But yeah, we'll get there.
Okay, so still Traffico. How long they've been going at? What are they? Are they a male, female, three piece, four piece, whatever they're doing?
They've been going since 23.
Okay.
So originally, two of them are from the northwest, like myself, so like Manchester way.
Hmm.
Now based in London, although lead singer's moving to Cardiff to be with his partner. Um, so there's three of them that are full time. They were a foursome,
Hmm.
but they hire youth session drummers to play live generally now. Um, so yeah, and they're kind of, I suppose, describe them as post punk, but there's a lot of uh, melody influence and songwriting from, say, the likes of Shaq. So it's kind of post punk meets Shaq kind of vibe, and bit of Smith sounds here and there as well. So
Okay, let me quickly just play a little bit of that, and I'll come back to you in a second. Yeah, very quite guitar-y going on, bit guitar-y stuff.
yeah, in fact, sort of like this one, I think it got described this morning as having a Khruangbin kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's Dan, who's a guitarist, is quite into his desert blues,
Hmm.
so I can hear sort of like a little bit of Tina Rewen, not the right way, Tina Rewen in there. But yeah, there's lots of different influences. So the bassist actually is heavily into his rock and also classical. Dancing, lead guitarist is into, like I say, desert blues, but also house music and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and Cam, lead singer, vocalist, he's very much into just sort of like a good old indie boy, I suppose.
Okay. And what are
But
they?
a
Are they
huge
on?
Shaq fan,
Are
by the
they
way.
on?
Definitely, I've got to say that.
Yeah. Are they on all streaming services? YouTube? They're on everywhere. So
Yeah,
anybody
they
wants it?
are everywhere. Yeah.
Okay. The
I
gig.
mean, you can find Still Traffico if you go to our website, 122musicmanagement.com.
Yeah.
We've got a page for them, Still Traffico, and basically we've got everything listed there, including their socials.
Sure. Yeah. That's where I just played that from actually. So I'll put that link in the description for the whole thing. So other bands you're working with at the moment?
Well, we've got Skydiving Penguins, and they released their cover of Elliott Smith's Between the Bars
Hmm.
about 2 months ago. Sorry, I just seem to have got something stuck in my eye. And Gia, who is Mr. Skydiving Penguins, is currently working on album number two,
Yeah.
which hopefully will be out later on this year.
Okay.
Um, I need to catch up with Gear because I haven't had a chinwag with him for a while, but he's based out in Tbilisi in Georgia.
Okay. Cool. And if someone wants to get in touch with you to maybe work with you or collaborate or whatever, how do they do that through the website?
Through the website, yeah, you can do that through the website or through our link tree. So linktree/122mm.
Okay.
We've got a contact point there. So yeah, you can do that. And we tend to sort of like pick acts that we work with. I'm not trying to be difficult or anything like that, but you know, we're quite aware as to sort of like new bands that are out there, new music that's out there. I know there's a whole raft of it, but we try and stay with our ears to the ground, and see what's coming out and see what we like. So we do that either through listening to Fresh on the Net, or Amazing Radio as well, with their new tunes, their first spins. So we try and keep abreast of what's coming out via those means.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Excellent. So, what's next for you?
Well, right now, like I say, working towards this 24/1900 Virtual Music Festival, and getting that lineup confirmed for all 24 acts. And then working towards that for the rest of the year, working on whatever Still Traffico have coming out, working on Skydam Penguins. Plus, I should also mention as well, we do work with a few other bands that we kind of help out here and there. So one of them is someone called Sparky Bosk. Again, you'll find him on our website. So he's just released a single as well called I'm So Cold. And he's got another couple of tracks coming out before his album comes out in September.
Sure.
I've also been helping Grim 17, who's with the Lights and Lines label, so like get some stuff out as well. So yeah, wherever we can, wherever we see that there's someone needs our help, we'll try and sort of like do what we can to support them.
Excellent. Well, also, I just want to remind anyone that's watching that we have spoke before on this sort of thing, and it's how we build those relationships and maintain that sort of contact through most of it through social media platforms. But there's always a bit of a link there. I recognise what you're doing, you recognise what I'm doing. That's what helps us all build each other's profile a little bit and share it all around. So just to remind everyone that making that connection and maintaining it is well worth the effort, I think.
I completely agree. And as we've talked before, I think maintaining those relationships, develop them, but maintain them, keep them going, because we all bring each other up together. Is the way I see it. And also cooperation, collaboration with other people. Never turn down that opportunity if something comes your way, because you never know what it might bring you.
Yeah. Well, we spoke about that just before this, didn't we? About you just don't know who's listening. So that's always the benefit of the mystery of what's going on, I suppose.
A delicious mystery indeed. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, many thanks for getting in touch and taking the opportunity to do this with us. Like I said before, we're going to try and get a few people in, shorter interviews, and just try and keep it short and sweet for the listeners, and try to get as many people packed into one little segment as we can. So hopefully everyone will get a little bit something out of it. So appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, cheers, Tim. I appreciate you having us on.
No worries. I'm going to stop this.